I think today's going to be a pretty low energy show.
That's what people wanted. They were asking for that.
Yeah, people were complaining that the show was too high energy. They said, take it down a few notches, boys.
It's too fast paced.
Too fast paced.
They had to keep pausing to like gather together their thoughts about what we were saying. One guy said
it was too high testosterone. It's too ballsy, too alpha guys just slapping their cocks together. That's what the guy said.
Need to inject some estrogen into this conversation.
But Marge, maybe I'm not getting enough estrogen. Remember that one?
No.
It's like Homer finds a bunch of expired medication outside this old lady who dies down the street.
Okay.
And then he's just like, oh, expired medication. And then he's taking estrogen on the couch. And she's like, Homer, is that your medication? He's like, but Marge, maybe I'm not getting enough estrogen. Anyway. Oh, gosh. So I saw you had kind of a busy weekend.
Well, yeah, we were doing that Analog Outlaw event in LA. So had to get ready for that.
Yeah. I saw there were some pit photos of you. I love seeing photos of you with all your cool LA friends hanging out and wearing sunglasses and like socks with patterns on them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. It's nice to see, that there's a little subculture still alive and well in the world somewhere for all you old farts.
Barely.
Right. How's everything going? How's Susie doing?
She's doing good. She did really well at the show.
Oh, yeah, she sold a lot of stuff?
Sure did. Sold a lot of Barry Lyndon prints and basket case art.
Nice. Very nice.
She just finished her basket case comic.
Was she doing caricatures, portraits?
Actually, no, she didn't do that at all.
Oh, interesting. That seems like her bread and butter.
Yeah.
Did you sell a lot?
It was too busy. I did all right. I didn't have anything new. So, I mean, for not having anything new, I did okay.
I was asked, I took a photo of, I was watching something on TV and I took a photo and I sent it to someone and then they inquired about a book that was on the table that was yours, Fat Cop. And they were like, what's that? And I told them what it was and they asked if they could borrow it. So that's kind of like you selling something.
You're like, no, go buy it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I
almost used the N-word there. Sorry.
Jesus. It's just ready to go. It's loaded in the chamber, ready to fire with the hammer.
When you're talking to your friends, it comes on out.
Yeah, when you're talking with your black friends. What shirt are you wearing?
Oh, it's just it looks like some advertisement for like some old haunted house in New York.
Did you ever see that movie called Hell House with the it's like a documentary about a bunch of like Baptists, like evangelical Christians.
Yeah. Because they kind of like franchised that throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it so there was like a script, like here's how to put on the Hell House. And they did it at the Steve Allen Theater in Hollywood, like many years ago. And it had like a bunch of
Dustin Hoffman
celebrities like playing various roles, like Satan and the abortion doctor and stuff.
Dean Cain as the abortion doctor.
Like Andy Richter played Satan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of comedy people. It was done like ironically, but it was done straight.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like that. Like you know what the documentary I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like that, whatever that was, became like they franchised that throughout the country, and then some godless LA heathens got purchased the franchise rights and then did sort of like their ironic version of it. Right, but I mean, ironic. Like there was no like winking
right
at anybody. Like they were playing it straight.
That's cool. Because like nobody would want like sort of the outwardly ironic version. They want to go for the Hell House experience, not for like, hey everyone, I think this is wrong, so I'm gonna perform it like
no, like they really went all out. Like they did the whole abortion, like this whole scene, like you're in an abortion surgery room and and like this blood squirting out everywhere, and I think at some point the woman gets like on the table, gets pulled down into hell.
Yeah, that's cool. That'd be cool if like there was like the dead babies were like attacking her like in hell. Like they were all like, maybe the babies wouldn't be in hell, but maybe like there'd just be like demons that take the form of like aborted fetuses, but they were big, like the size of like a large hog or something.
Like the size of Clownzilla.
Like the size of Clownzilla from Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Did you watch it?
Of course, that's what we're here for.
I thought we were going to do Citizen Vigilante.
Oh no, I thought we were doing Killer Klowns.
Oh no, I was all fucking keyed, like ready to go for Citizen Vigilante.
No, I haven't watched Citizen Vigilante.
Oh man, I thought that's what we were doing. Oh well, that's fine. I can talk about Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Oh, that's a shame. I was amping myself up for Citizen Vigilante. We got to do that one. Like, okay, listen, we got to do another episode like soon. Like if we could do one like tomorrow or the next day or something. I'm not sure what your schedule's like.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely not tomorrow, but.
Yeah. Well, just as soon as you can, because like you got to watch. Like I'm aching to talk about Citizen Vigilante. But all right, fucking Killer Klowns from Outer. Like I mean, I had a bunch of info. I actually took notes and stuff. I was like ready to go in on this fucking thing.
Oh damn!
I even watched like all these Uwe Boll movies. What's this?
Yeah, I think I've only seen that one that I mentioned to you. I don't know if I've ever seen any others.
That movie. Okay, let's do a House of the Dead discussion.
Sure. I don't really remember much about it.
That's fine. I mean, there's nothing to remember. That movie fucking sucks so fucking hard. Like I couldn't even believe it. I knew that it was bad. I knew that it was bad.
I think when I watched it, I was sort of like, I was expecting, because everybody talks about like how awful he is as a director, and I was expecting something like fucking, I don't know, like the level of
Ittenbach?
Who?
Olaf Ittenbach.
Oh no, Olaf's not. Like I was thinking more of the lines of like the guy who the Asian guy that did like that Killer Birds movie.
Oh yeah, well that's okay. Yeah,
like I was expecting like something like completely incompetent and retarded.
Well, but I mean, you spend like $12 million on something, like you're going to be able to hire at least like professional artisans. You know,
so it was like like I wasn't like watching it like thinking like like groaning and like wishing it was over. Like I was just like, all right, this is dumb, but it like it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But I think I was expecting to see something that was like literally the worst thing I'd ever seen in my life.
I think I saw the worst thing I'd ever seen in my life. I think that I did see that. You know,
when you watched House of the Dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. Like I think you really have to. You have to be really something special to be that bad.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, okay, like when Siskel and Ebert used to do like their worst of worst of 1995, worst of the year, yeah. They would, they see probably 200. They probably see 200 pictures a year, But then what they do is they can't count like all the ones that are just little shoestring, because there's tons of people who just make a movie and put it out there. Sure. So you have to kind of count the ones that are distributed by Universal or Paramount, and also that have like a budget that's like above like $10 million. Like you have to, it has to sort of be competing at a certain level. Like you can't like to go any lower than that to say like, oh, some movie that some guy made for $10,000 is the worst movie of the year, because then they're just all going to be just these shitty movies made by amateurs, So that has to be taken into consideration, I think.
Like that movie Killer Condom.
Yeah.
Or The Killer Condom.
Yeah.
I would say that is probably worse than House of the Dead. Like that's an example of like, that's far worse than House of the Dead.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I mean, the Killer Condom is not, it's not a real movie. It didn't get real distribution, I
don't know what it is, but I know that like the act of watching it was far more torturous than House of the Dead.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, but like, it's, hold on. Let's just take a little look at Killer Condom. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is not really a real movie. This is just some bullshit,
Well, House of the Dead, I mean, is it a real movie then?
Yes, like they spent like I said, $12 million on the fucking thing. It got distributed by Universal.
What's the budget on Killer Condom?
I don't know. Like it says here,
11 million.
There's no way it's 11 million. I mean, it's like it doesn't say budget. Hold on, I could ask AI, but I don't think it'll give me a reliable answer. Budget. There was no
budget.
Oh, damn! They spent like 5 million Deutschmarks on it. So,
So 5 million Deutschmarks in 1997 is how many Deutschmarks today?
Well, it's not like fucking House of the Dead was made today. The fact that it's a what do you call it? A German film, like a film made in Germany. It's less than half the budget. $4 million US dollars at the time.
Yeah. See, so like, there's a pretty. It's nothing to sneeze at.
All right, Killer Condom is worse than House of the Dead. But
finally,
yeah,
getting you to admit it.
Yeah, I mean, I never was denying it. It's just that like it's like saying it's like a flyweight class versus a heavyweight. It's just like you can't.
It's
compare
saying like this cup of piss is better than this cup of shit.
Well, like a cup of piss versus like a cup of strychnine. You know what I mean? Like they're in different classes. They're entirely different things that have to be judged by
this
different
cup
criteria.
Of piss from Kim Kardashian against this cup of piss from Mike Tyson.
This cup of piss from Kim Kardashian versus this cup of piss from Roseanne Barr. Does it taste like birthday cake? Do you think that
do a Pepsi challenge? See who has the better tasting piss.
I kind of feel like Roseanne Barr would have better tasting piss than Kim Kardashian.
Why? Because of you're going to say something racist?
Roseanne Barr, Kim Kardashian. You're just talking about some weird like Midwestern.
I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
And Armenians.
I
think that hers would just taste like birthday cake, and Kim Kardashian would taste like a horse's piss because she takes like she's eating like high protein fucking diet or whatever.
Oh, she looks like a fucking centaur. Did you watch that Kanye West documentary?
No.
She makes an appearance in it because the documentary lasts like through the latter part of his marriage to Kim Kardashian, and then up until like maybe a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's in it, and like there's all these sort of side shots of her like walking into a room, and she looks like a fucking centaur. Her the ass is so huge. Yeah, it really is mind boggling.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
so it might actually taste like centaur piss.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's, well, actually, I'm entirely sure that that's like a BBL, like she didn't work for that ass. That's just some chemical fucking slabs just tucked into fucking slits that were made by a scalpel, right?
Concrete.
Yeah, just a couple, just like balled up Brazilian.
Do you ever see those? Do you ever see like there's some woman that was on trial because like she was like giving women plastic surgery, like stuffing concrete into their asses.
Yeah, I did see that. There was some guy,
and she even did it to herself. Like that's how fucking retarded she was.
Yeah, this is a good idea. What? What, you stupid? There was also
there's concrete is just available at the grocery store. I can just buy it and stick it in my ass.
There was some. I remember some guy like went to South America to get like a penis thickening surgery.
Yeah,
and
I've gotten that.
And he and they just took like newspaper and like cut open his dick and then like wrapped newspaper around it, then resheathed it with skin.
God, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so he's got the fucking Sao Paulo Times inside of his cock. I think that might just be an urban legend though, or it might just be something I made up. I don't know. You know what I did the other day? I fucking sleptwalked. I haven't done that, I think, since I was a really little kid.
Oh yeah, were you at your apartment or were you like out? out and about.
No, I didn't fall asleep. I know you mean, did I leave the house? I see. No, I woke up and I just started like turning the light on and off. And then my girlfriend was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was just like, shut up. And then she goes, you're fucking drunk. And I said, I'm not drunk. And then I just got back into bed. And then she told me about it later. And I was like, I kind of remember that, but I thought it was a dream. I didn't think that I did it in real life. And then she got scared because I keep like a machete under the bed just in case there's like an intruder. And she's like, now she's like, should we move the knife just in case that you sleepwalk and try to murder me? And I'm just like,
sleep murder me.
Yeah. I'm just like, no, let's not move the knife. Let's keep the knife there.
Or at least move it to her side of the bed.
Yeah, exactly. So it's there for the killer for easy access.
And then she could just say like, oh, he was trying to kill me in his sleep, and so I chopped his head off.
So I chopped his dick off, and I saw the Sao Paulo Times newspaper.
And I saw that Kennedy was shot.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that
Elvis died.
Yeah, I saw that. What do you call it? There was a alien autopsy.
Bad boy.
Right. So yeah, that's the Sao Paulo Times. It's like the Inquirer. I was gonna say that, man. Shit, we really dropped the ball on this thing. I should have communicated better, but okay, we can talk about Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Directed by I don't know, one of the Chiodo brothers. I guess like they probably all kind of directed it, but only one took the credit. Maybe it was Steven. Maybe it was
like fucking 7 of them.
There's 3 of them. There's actually only 3 of them.
Well, I noticed there's lots of other Chiodos in the on the production team.
Really?
Like women.
Oh, they were like their wives or their sisters or something.
Maybe some mom or something.
Yeah, fucking Stephen Chiodo is right. Stephen Edward and Charles Chiodo are the Chiodos in question, and I can't remember which one, but one of them I remember getting into like some argument with someone about like trans stuff. Like they were like, fuck that shit. That's not a real woman. That shit's all fucking gay.
Wait a minute. You argued with Stephen Chiodo about trans rights?
I didn't argue. I just saw him arguing.
You just agreed with him.
Well, I silently.
You're like, right on, brother.
I was, yeah. I was like, man, I wish I could like this more than once. No, he's in the comment section on Instagram. He's in the comment section on Instagram, just being like, this is bullshit. That's not a real fucking whatever. I can't remember what he said, but
what is he commenting on? Like, what is he like watching? Like, is he commenting on somebody's trans movie or like?
No, just Instagram comments, right? Like there's maybe it was just like
somebody posted about like, oh, I love trans people, and
some trans person posted themselves or whatever, and he was like, fucking disgusting.
Okay, well, Killer Klowns gets a couple extra eggplants then.
Yeah, I guess. There you go. That's how you win favor with Jonathan Ryan. It's got a couple good guys in here. It has one of my favorites, Royal Dano, and also friend of the show John Vernon in a much more substantial role than he played in Savage Streets as Officer Mooney. By the way, this was distributed by Trans World Entertainment. So,
I saw that.
the pot calling the kettle black.
He's probably like, this is giving my production company a bad name.
Yeah, exactly.
All this trans shit.
He's like, fucking disgusting. Let's get the hell out of here. So the movie stars a guy called Grant Kramer, or I don't think it's Kramer. Grant Kramer, and also Suzanne Snyder. Suzanne Snyder's been in other stuff, but like not a lot. I have seen her in other things. Oh, she's in like wait a second here. Well, she's in Return of the Living Dead Part 2. That's what I remember her from. That movie stinks.
I don't even remember Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
It's trash. A lot of people.
Part 3 is like the Romeo Juliet story, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember 2 at all.
2 is the one that like tries to be like funny. Like I think that the idea was like, let's take Return of the Living Dead and make it like Goonies, like make the main characters little kids and have these like kids capering around and try to capitalize on the success of something like Goonies, and I guess sort of play to sort of the emerging millennial demographic. Yeah, but it was a really bad move because then you're doing is you're taking away all the sort of the meanness and the gore and the violence and the sort of the fun nihilism of Return of the Living Dead, and you're changing.
What year did 2 come out?
I want to say 88. That feels about right. 5 years after the original.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would even say just don't watch it. Like it's so bad.
I must have watched it. I just have no memory of it.
Some people love it, I think, but it's just a nostalgia thing. Like it's a video store fucking nostalgia memory of when mom and dad were still together kind of thing.
Probably after dad left and then movies became new dad.
Yeah, exactly. Or fucking, mom's friend Jake lets us watch this one. Mom's friend Jake gave us 6 tapes to watch down in the basement while he goes upstairs and talks with mommy in the bedroom. Killer Klowns from Outer Space. It has that song, whatever. It's kind of gay. I never liked it even when I was a kid. That like the song by the Dickies.
Going to a showdown.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Going to the Showdown song, and it's showing all the kids in town. It's a college town, and everybody's fucking partying it up on the weekend, getting beer. We see like a very young Chris Titus. Did you notice that?
I didn't realize it was him until I read about it afterwards. But even then, I was like, I don't fucking care about that guy.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's like, Chris Titus right there. Oh my god!
Like who the fuck? Like he. I mean, talk about like. I mean, I know he had like a show, but I don't know anybody who watched that show.
That's very funny. Thanks for like putting like telling Chris Titus what time it is. He's never.
It's just weird. Like he's sort of like, oh, Chris Titus was in this movie. It's like I think he's probably as famous as anyone else in the movie.
Yeah, you're right. No, he's less famous. He's definitely less famous than Royal Dano.
Oh, he's definitely less famous than like the two stars of the movie are Royal Dano and John Vernon. Like those guys are seasoned acting veterans who could do anything. Years of experience working with top-notch directors, professionals. But yeah, everybody else in it is just kind of,
I guess he was whatever. Was Chris Titus like a stand-up?
Well, yeah, that's how I was aware of him, is that he was kind of a stand-up comedian that got a sitcom on Fox. And I don't even think like that it lasted that long.
No, it didn't.
But I don't know, like there was this sort of, it was called like Titus or something.
Yeah, like Seinfeld.
And it sort of was like him and his dad and the dad was played like Stacy Keach, I want to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
So,
it was Stacy Keach.
Good casting, but I don't think that show made any, like even a fucking blip.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of disappeared. So it's just kind of like, I don't even know like if his comedy career continued. I don't know what the fuck he does. I haven't heard about him since whenever that show was on, like 93.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say, you know what? Fuck Chris Titus.
Yeah, fuck him.
Who gives a shit about that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I said, he's just as fucking important as any of the other slobs in this fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
You know what? as a society, we need to stop giving Christopher Titus any sort of preferential treatment.
Yeah, stop giving him like white privilege.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with, this is a rare case where I agree with you 100% about Chris Titus.
Fuck him.
4 seasons of Titus. Damn. And I bet you it's not even funny. I bet you know what? It's like Bill Burr before Bill Burr. Like just sort of a guy just being like, what's the deal with all these black people? Just what the hell's the matter with them? They're always stealing my bike. Like it's just sort of like a white trash kind of, or not white trash, but like a white working class kind of thing,
Yeah, I think he was just like angry divorced white guy living with his dad or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never watched it.
The picture of on the McDonald's fucking the picture of the burger looks different than the real burger.
He just looks like a jerk.
Man. Okay, so
no, I'm sure he's a great guy.
Yeah, you're gonna run into him. He seems like he might be a Glendale resident. You might catch him.
I'll bump into him at fucking Cheesecake Factory.
yeah. At the
my usual hangout.
What's that Armenian equivalent to the Grove called again? Like that.
The Americana.
Oh, right, the Americana. You'll see him hanging out at the fountain there.
Yeah,
it's cruising for Armenian pussy, but. So we see the cop like Mooney and all that shit. Then we're up at the fucking makeout point, and we see our two main characters, Mike and Debbie. Mike Tobacco. We don't realize that his last name is Tobacco until the end credits. I always thought that was hilarious. Like imagine.
Yeah, that was weird. Like I was sort of like Mike Tobacco. Why don't they like make a point of his name? Last name is Tobacco.
I actually have listened to the commentary by the Chiodos of this movie, and apparently it's named after like a guy who they knew when they were growing up. It was like, yeah, remember Mike Tobacco? Yeah, fuck Steven, that guy was crazy. Remember the time you showed him your penis? Like they're just like reminiscing about this guy who was in their life when they were young called Mike Tobacco. So they named it after like just some guy that they knew, I guess. So there you go. But and
great. That's a fascinating tale.
Well, I
thought you're gonna say like, oh, Mike Tobacco was their friend and he fucking committed multiple acts of like he used to be like a bully they knew at school that used to like punch them in the dick.
Yeah, all that happened.
Push them out of the second floor window of the school.
Right, all that stuff that you just said.
Or like it was just like some kid they knew that like chain smoked, and so they called him Mike Tobacco.
Man, you should have been on that fucking what do you call it, commentary track.
I should have been in the fucking writing room.
Right. So we go on to we meet Mike Tobacco and we meet Debbie, whatever. Fucking Debbie, what's her last name?
Debbie Alcohol.
Debbie Alcohol. Debbie Booze. Debbie the Coos Booze. And they're making out on like a raft in the back of some like a station wagon or something, or like some sort of hatch like car, and then they see his comet, and it's very much like the Blob. It's very this is obviously like modeled after the Blob in terms of
you forgot about the
clown,
the ice cream brothers that show up at Makeout Point to sell their ice cream, and all the teens get mad, so they throw their beers and bottles and cans at them to get them to go away.
Get out of here, you moron!
And then Mike Tobacco's just kind of like, those guys are so nuts.
Yeah, I've
known them all my life. They're the craziest couple of hilarious nuts you've ever met.
Hanging out with them is like an adventure.
And it was just kind of like, they don't seem that funny or cool.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of like mooning over them like, oh, what a wonderful pair of just amazing dudes.
Yeah, that's how the Terenzi brothers reminisce about Mike Tobacco.
You're the one who said the buying an ice cream truck and selling ice cream is going to be great. No, I wasn't. It was you who told me. No, it was you. You said we could get lots of girls. No, I was the one who said that. No, you did.
Those
and that's the substance of all the comedy coming from the Ice Cream Brothers.
And then they have a couple of fat broads in the truck with them that are
right. And he's like, keep your shirt on.
We intend to.
And they're like, and very unrealistic, prudish fat girls. I just wasn't buying it.
Yeah, exactly. Like fat girls want to fuck.
Exactly. They're like, they should be so lucky to fuck those two handsome ice cream gentlemen.
Exactly. Those two swarthy.
They got ice cream and they're horny. Come on, man, give it up.
Right. So then the yellow comet happens, and then we see Royal Dano and his dog Pooh Bear, and Royal Dano goes to check it out, and they steal the dog. I like this scene, man. I think it's cool. They steal the dog.
I like Royal Dano. He's in lots of Anthony Mann westerns, and he's got a pretty good role in Messiah of Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that one?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
You should rewatch it. It's good.
Okay. Let me look here at Royal Dano. I know that I've seen it. Oh, you know what I like him in is you ever see the sequel to House? Oh
no.
He's in full on like sort of like old age zombie makeup throughout the entire thing. And he plays like this cowboy who came back from like who's been mummified by like Aztec, like Mexican, like Aztec magic. He's like mummified in sort of one of their sarcophaguses or whatever. And then his ancestor, great grandson, like opens up the sarcophagus and he's still inside there alive, kept alive by this like crystal skull, like Aztec crystal skull. And he wakes up, and then him and his son, or rather great grandson, and then also like his great grandson's friend, get into like crazy adventures with this fucking magical skull that can open up portals into time and different realities and stuff. House 2 is like a bizarre fantasy movie that's you ever see that movie called My Science Experiment? It's like this sort of crappy like
with Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dennis Hopper's in it.
Long ago.
It's like that movie. I think sucks, but House 2 is sort of like what My Science Experiment like should be. It's like it's just got more going on. Excuse me. Anyhow, that's my like. Whenever I think of Royal Dano, I think of Killer Klowns, and I think of House 2 because he's in House 2 like as a main character. The Messiah of Evil thing, is he a main character, or is he just kind of there?
Messiah of Evil has like lots of old noir and cowboy actors kind of like sprinkled throughout the cast, and they have moments. I think he might play like the main character's father. She's like looking for her father, and he might show up at the end as the father. So he's got like, I mean, his role in Messiah of Evil is probably about as, maybe slightly smaller than Killer Klowns.
One thing I should say too about House 2 is that it definitely is like a sort of a kid's, like it's on the same level of maturity as this movie, as Killer Klowns. Right. Like it's sort of a kid's like PG-13 sort of thing.
Like Freaked?
Freaked. In terms of like who it's made for, like the age demographic, yes, but in terms of like the content, no.
Because I was thinking a lot about Freaked when I was watching this too.
Royal Dano's dog gets taken, and he's sad. He's like, "Where's my dog? What'd you do with my dog? Where's my Pooh Bear?" And then he's like, "I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands," and he gets electrocuted. It's electric, the fucking tent. Right. And then next thing you know, he's on the ground with his hands smoking. Who shows up? Fucking weird looking clown weird looking foam latex killer clown that shoots him with a gun with pink beam comes out of it. And that's the last we see of Real Dano for a while. And then we see him. They pull the cotton candy off of the.
Oh, so that really wasn't him in there though.
I think it was.
Yeah, you do. I'd be surprised. Poor Royal Dano sitting in there.
No, Royal Dano. I mean, if the shot's so close, all they do is they just have like a piece of cotton candy, like a stretched piece of cotton candy in like a frame, and they have his face painted bloody red, and they just pull off the shit, and there he is. I mean,
I just thought it was like latex Royal Dano.
No, that's the shot's too quick to warrant doing a whole latex Royal Dano. He's a good sport. The guys like that are notoriously good sports. And I'll tell you another, like, who else is a good sport is fucking John Vernon. John Vernon was a very good sport and had a real good time making this movie, according to the commentary. And I'll shall I jump ahead and just tell you the good sport moment?
Sure.
The remember the part where the clown comes into the police station?
Absolutely.
And he's like, "Whoop de goddamn to do. What do we have here? Well, son, I think you made a big mistake. You're in Mooney's territory now." And then he pulls out that bouquet of flowers, and he's like, "For me." Right. And he sprays him in the face with water, and it wets his cigar, and his cigar falls out of his mouth. And then, so like they did that, and then John Vernon was like, after I open, like, hit me with the water in a prolonged way, and then when the cigar falls out of my mouth, my eyes are going to open up again. Give me another one. Give me an insult to injury one. That was his idea. Like that's the kind of guy John Vernon is.
That's the kind of professionalism we're looking for in show business.
Exactly. Like someone who's going to like that. It reminds me a lot of the guy who
110%.
The guy who played the businessman in The Sadness. He would make little suggestions like that. Like what if I did this like with my tongue, like when I talked to her, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then like he would try to like help out, try to like,
sure. No, you want that.
Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes it's actually like a good instinct to have, to know when is the right time to do that and when's not.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I think like you have to be amenable to, you have to understand like, okay, this person is in charge. I have to listen to them. But, if you have suggestions, you're willing to, throw suggestions out there, try different things. But to also know to like stand back and stand by if,
like the Proud Boys.
Exactly. Like, I remember working with Robert Englund. He was doing a voice on our cartoon, and man, super, super professional, trying all kinds of different things. He was just like, you could tell like this guy fucking loved what he was doing and totally was completely engaged in what he was doing. Because there was other people we would work with, and you can kind of tell like getting them to do anything other than reading what was on the page was like pulling teeth.
Yeah. Because they
were just like giving you like the bare minimum, just cashing a check. He was like, I fucking am so grateful to be doing what I'm doing. I love it. And I'm going to give you like 110%.
Yeah. There are these people who like, are like our, I think if they've been in the whatever, let's say studio system for like, a long time. Mm-hmm. This is actually something that like my own personal bias against like actors who started out as kids and are still working today. Mm-hmm. They're all
like Kurt Russell.
Yeah, like Kurt Russell. Not like Kurt Russell, but like because that's from a different age. Like I'd say, like someone who like today is like you know what,
like Jodie Foster.
Yeah, like Jodie Foster. Well, I bet you Jodie Foster is like this, but so I'm as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of contradictions. I'm thinking of people that I know who aren't like this. So the bias doesn't actually make any sense.
Okay.
There's one guy that I know who I'm not going to say who is constantly reminding me of, like, you know, what he agreed to do and what he doesn't have to do and what he does have to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's just like,
Lewis.
Say what?
Was it Emmanuel Lewis?
It was Emmanuel the cocksucker Lewis. But it's just like, you know, oh wow, great. Like, you know, you're so professional and like plugged into the fucking entertainment industry that, like, you know how to, you know, like you spend all your time fucking, like making it difficult for me, and like not like only giving me like what you agreed to do in the contract, and all that mental capacity that you're spending, you know, keeping track of all that, like, you know, that comes at the expense of like your acting skill. Like, you're a shitty actor, but you know to make sure to have the money in your escrow account, you know, and you know to make sure to have your lawyer talk to this person instead of that person. It's just like, you're just fucking useless. Like, some of these fucking actors are just absolutely fucking useless. But then, yeah, like a guy like Robert Englund, as you say, or John Vernon, or, you know, who's really great. Here's a shout out from Crossed is Spencer Grenice. I think I might have mentioned him before. He was in Marty Supreme. He's the guy who calls Tyler the Creator the N-word, if you remember, in that scene in Marty Supreme. He's like a guy at the bowling alley.
Oh, I don't remember him offhand, but I remember the scene.
Yeah. That he's in it for just like a very short amount of time, but that guy is one of those guys who, you know, knows when to keep his mouth shut and knows when to be like, what if I do it like this? Or if something feels really wrong to him, he'll be like, okay, I got to tell you, this doesn't make any sense. I think I should be standing up. I think I should be pacing around as I'm saying this. And I'm like, okay, well, right. Try that. And it's like, okay, he is right, you know? So, I mean, that's a great, like, trait to have. There's just the instinct to know when it's the right time and when it's not. Royal Dano, John Vernon. What are we talking about? We're talking about Debbie and Mike go to the fucking tent. They stumble upon the tent. Oh my God, it's a circus tent. This shouldn't be here. Debbie is scared, but Mike Tobacco, he's a wild card. He wants to go in and check out the fucking tent. They go inside, and the interior of the tent is all weird and wacky, and
it's like a fun house.
It's like a fun house. I actually really like the design of the interior of like, and all the clown stuff, like all the technology and all the way that it's all characterized, their costumes, everything, all that clown stuff. I love it. I think it's fantastic. They go into this room and it's like this, there's a few cotton candy, cocoons, you know, cocoons.
It's just like a rip off of that movie Cocoon.
Yeah, totally. It's totally the same fucking thing.
Ugh. That's a horrible movie.
Remember that? That movie reminds me of the second installment of the Twilight Zone movie, that Steven Spielberg one, where it's like the old people get to be little kids.
That was the worst chapter in the movie.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, you know, nobody wants to see that shit.
Like, you go from like Albert Brooks being eaten in a car by Dan Aykroyd, and then there's
Vic Morrow
getting his head chopped off because he's a racist who gets his head chopped off by a helicopter.
Well, I don't think that was in the movie. They didn't leave that in the movie.
You could see the shadow of the head flying
of his decapitated head and his spinal fluid.
And then so you go, and then like from that, then it goes into like the kid who uses cartoons to kill people.
That was cool.
And then comes the like, oh, so sweet, you know, sweet. Scatman Crothers is gonna like, you know, for one night give all these old people their youths back.
Yeah.
And it's just like so sappy. And
it's the worst.
It was sort of like probably the pinnacle of Spielberg's sappiness.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like, he always was fairly sappy, but that was, I think that was probably the pinnacle of it.
The cartoon, the boy that makes cartoons into real life, that one's actually the third one. It's after that one.
Right. And then the last one with John Lithgow.
Right.
So like there's the three of them are like real violent and nasty. And then like that one's just like a turd in the middle of the punch bowl.
It sucks. But it's like, do you say no to Steven Spielberg? Oh, I want in on this shit, you know?
Well, of course not. I mean, that was like the fucking, he was at the top of his game, you know, just finished fucking Jaws, Close Encounters, and
E.T.
Raiders and E.T. And then now he was like the king of Hollywood at that point. And now he's doing Scatman Crothers, turning old people into kick the can.
Yeah, let's play kick the can. And it's, oh boy, it's like fuck, oh, let's go trade some Babe Ruth baseball cards, you know?
Let's go get our hoop and stick.
Yeah, let's go steal apples from that Chinese man and pull his ponytail. That Chinese man selling
pull his mole hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one was just like, I remember seeing that as a kid and just being like, God damn, fuck you.
Right.
Come on, where's
the Twilight Zone shit? What's the name of that old guy in that? Hume Cronin?
Hume Cronin. Yeah. He was in Cocoon.
Yeah. He was like the old guy in a lot of movies. I remember seeing him in for the first time in Batteries Not Included with Jessica Tandy.
Yeah, they were married.
And Mike, do you remember Michael Carmine? He's like this Latino guy. He was in Leviathan. He's just this. He's a very unmemorable actor, but it's
not coming to mind.
I just always remember him because he died of AIDS, and I was like,
of course he did.
That guy was gay.
He was. If he's Latin American,
yeah,
gay.
I saw Batteries Not Included when it came out in the movie theaters, and I was obsessed with it.
And Hume Cronin, when he was much younger, he was in a movie, because when he was older, he was kind of like always like the sweet old man.
Right.
When he's in, he did a prison movie called Brute Force with Burt Lancaster. He plays the sadistic warden. He
rapes fucking Burt Lancaster with a nightstick.
It's a fucking great movie. He's great in it. He's real nasty.
That's cool.
Highly recommended.
I'll watch that.
I like any prison movies. I'm there. Love it.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I saw some cool movies recently. What the fuck did I see? Oh yeah.
House of the Dead.
Yeah. No, I saw we discussed very briefly the China. I like the China Syndrome. You say it's too heavy-handed and whatever. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. And I also saw 52 Pickup.
That's a great one.
Yeah, with
love that. That might be my favorite. Roy Scheider might be my favorite car chase in a movie. Is that right?
My favorite car chase is from To Live and Die in L.A.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've seen that. But that's a good movie too,
for sure.
But the whole sequence where he fucking crashes, goes under the car, the whole top of the car rips off, and he just kind of like lifts his head up.
Yeah. I saw 52 Pickup like on TV when I was younger, and I just didn't click. It didn't click with me, and then because it actually gets moving really quick. Like the guy, like the tape shows up, and the guy's there, like in the hotel room, just kind of like, all right, watch the tape. Oh, there she is, looking pretty good. Yeah, you really had fun with her, didn't you? Anyways, I'm gonna need $500,000, in the next 3 hours, like whatever. Just like it's what's his name? It's Tony
LaBianco.
No, Glover's like something Glover.
Danny Glover.
It's not Danny Glover.
Crispin Glover.
It's not Crispin Glover. It's another Glover.
Corey Glover.
Keep guessing. Hold on.
Hume Glover.
It's got to be Hume Glover. Shit, I go to type in 52 pickup. I type in 52 Glover on my phone.
No Glover, no lover.
It's John Glover.
John Glover from Gremlins 2.
That's right. The Mr. Clamp.
Right.
Mr. fucking Clamp on my nuts. So they run to the so the Klowns chase them out of there and they shoot the popcorn at them and
so I read that the popcorn gun was the most expensive prop in the movie. It cost them $7,000 to make that popcorn gun.
Jesus. I mean, you could do that with a leaf blower.
And you got to think, so like $7,000 in 1987 was probably like $50,000 today.
Yeah, that's enough to pay. Like, I mean, that's basically like what they paid fucking.
That's half the budget of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's it's amazing to think that they were able to have that popcorn gun and also be able to hire Christopher Titus.
Well, he was desperate. That was pre the amazing show that swept America.
Yeah, you could see it in his eyes, though. He was destined for greatness.
Yeah.
So they, that scene. Oh, and then they make that little balloon dog too. The dog. They make a dog out of the balloons, and it's
that was kind of a cool gag. There's actually like a lot of like
tons of cool gags.
There's kind of like a lot of fun ideas and gags, but I feel like they don't. They're not fully realized. Like it's just kind of like the seed of something. Yeah. It's not like they don't take it to like a real it's not as funny as it should be.
I think it's sort of like it should amount to something. Like, cause what I really liked about this movie when I was a kid is that it didn't really answer a lot of questions. And I don't think they had the answers. They were just kind of like, let's just make this weird movie. What are the Klowns? Like we sort of find out later that the popcorn is like them in sort of an embryo or a embryonic stage, like eggs. They're like little fish eggs and they stick onto you and then more clowns kind of grow out of them. And it seems like they grow spine first and then they kind of grow meat on them. And I guess the Klowns are kind of like almost like physiologically, they're some kind of like really soft, like slug kind of creature. And then they just have sort of these clownish characteristics. And that would explain kind of like why they can get shot and it doesn't really hurt them. Like it just goes in, it gets absorbed, like shooting into a pile of dough or something.
You're trying to like scientifically reason why.
That's all I did when I was
a clown survive.
That's all I did when I was a kid. Like, is just overthink this whole thing. Like, just come up with my own sort of mythology about how this all works. I guess
like their brains are in their nose, so when they shoot the nose off.
No, dude. Like because the way that they die is this weird fucking like vortex happens, right? And they start spinning around, and it's all this light.
A tornado of light.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck is that? And what I figured is that their nose is sort of like some kind of control object that keeps them in our dimension, like, and that sends them back to their original dimension.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like
why do they need the spaceship for?
Because that's it's an interdimensional spaceship. It's like a, I don't know, like they're that also explains like why they can kind of like appear and disappear. I don't fucking know, man.
You got to start building the Killer Klowns board game.
Yeah, the
RPG.
Like the escape room game, like the murder mystery that you play with your friends. But anyways, yeah, so then they get to the police station and then Mooney's like, there's also that part where Mooney like brings in a couple punks who are drinking in the park and they're both, they're like 80s, like, Bela Lugosi's Dead fucking guys or whatever. Yeah. And they're
and
like,
gay.
hey. Yeah, they're gay. And he's like, "Whoa, what's the matter? What's the matter, Dave? You got a thing for these little boys?"
We're just hanging out in the park drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Drinking cum.
Jesus. He's like,
I'm on Mooney's side in this movie.
We had a bottle of wine. What's the big deal? Like, you're the problem, you little shit.
Yeah. Punks drinking wine. Okay. That's what punks do. They get the wine.
Right. Two guys hanging out in the park drinking a bottle of wine. One of them's wearing
that's exactly what they were. That's exactly what punks do.
They really do look like guys from
Cruising.
From Cruising, exactly. I think that the Chiodos like knew what they were doing with that scene. They were like, let's have Moody catch a couple of queers in the park, you know? There's a part where Mooney is...
John Vernon is like, can I make it a suggestion? Can we make these guys queer?
Yeah, exactly. It's John Vernon's idea.
Great idea.
I got an idea. Why don't we grab us a little bit of lipstick from the makeup department? Make these guys queer. There's a part where he's sitting at his desk and the phones are ringing off the hook and he's not answering because like he thinks that the town is playing a joke on him.
Yeah.
And he lights up his cigar and he goes, if I made it through Korea, I can make it through this bullshit. And I'm just like, that's such a great fucking line. I love that so much. He's just like, that says so much about his character. I love an angry fucking, sort of suppressing his shell shock, what do you call that shit? Like volatile cop, who's a Korean War vet. I love the whole thing. It's what he's doing. I love that character, man. I love fucking John Vernon in this movie. And then
I can't think of a John Vernon movie I don't like.
Yeah. There's like, okay, so whatever, a bunch of shit happens. The Debbie and Mike go to the police station. Mooney calls the girl a tramp. Who are you gonna believe, me or this little tramp? You know, he's just so fucking spiteful and full of venom. Now, Mooney, hold on a second. So, okay, let's go check it out. Let's take Debbie home. Let's go check it out. The tent's gone now. Debbie goes home. Mike and Dave, what do? They see a fucking, they eventually see a clown on the street making shadow puppets, and then it eats a crowd. It turns into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It turns into fucking like Washington crossing the Delaware at one point. And, I mean, that whole scene when I was a kid, I was like, just completely hook, line, and sinker. You know, I love that scene so much.
My favorite scene, and this is, in my opinion, the best scene in the movie, is the motorcycle gang scene hanging outside of the bar. Yeah, and then the baby clown comes up on his tricycle, and they smash his tricycle. They laugh at him. The baby clown then like strikes a pose. He's sort of like, okay, come on, let's fight. And they're still laughing at him. And then the baby clown punches the guy's head clear off his body, and it flies up in the air and lands, in the garbage
can. Yeah.
And that was a really good scene. And I kind of wish that this movie had more of that.
Yeah.
I feel like that a movie like this, it's sort of like it's walking that line between comedy, horror, and it seems like it's trying to keep things sort of PG.
Yeah.
But I do wish there was more because I feel like there's more opportunities that they have for like fucking people up.
My favorite scene in the film,
they just don't take.
My favorite scene in the film is the whole thing in the police station, like the thing I mentioned earlier, where like Mooney's at the desk, the fucking, he tries to take the clown into the holding cell.
Right.
His hands come off. The clown's hands come off. He tries to hit him over the head when he puts him in the cell with the flashlight. Turns around. The clown's head turns around.
Exorcist style.
Right. And then later, Dave, the cop Dave, shows up at the police station, and there's that like the only part of the movie that I think is actually kind of like supposed to be like they actually engineered it in such a way that it's supposed to be scary. And he goes in, and there's like those two gay punks are now in cocoons,
Right.
and he goes in and he's like examining, and then like that arm comes out of the cocoon, and there's like
Right.
sort of like that part's great. I mean, that's some great. And then there's footprints all over the wall too. Like the place is all just like the clown's been walking all over the wall, I guess. And then the coup de grace, motherfucking John Vernon sitting on that clown's knee, being like a ventriloquist. Yeah,
dummy.
Love it.
But see, like that's an example. Like I wish that there was like something a little bit more.
Like it goes further. Like there's more of a reason for it, or it amounts to more.
Just like a little bit more of like a gore gag. You know?
Oh, okay. Well, the gore gag is the red hand when he pulls it out. That's that sucking sound.
Just like, I don't know, like maybe his hand coming through his mouth, or like something that's like a little bit like crazier.
Yeah.
You know, like punching somebody's head off, and then it flies up in the air and lands in the garbage. Like all the jokes should be like that, like on that level of like crazy, like just, you know, splat stick type.
Yeah.
Gore gags.
Yeah. We got
I feel like
the melting pies at the end.
Well, I had a thought about that too. Like I felt like when they throw the pies at the security guard and he like melts, and then when the ice cream brothers and everybody like meets up at the amusement park and they find the security guard, well, they just see the pile of ice cream and they're like, oh, look at that. And then they realize, like, oh, there's a skeleton in the ice cream, and like, you know, killed him. And they're like, oh no. But I was thinking like it would have been funny if the ice cream guys were sort of like, oh, cool ice cream. They started eating it. And then they realized, oh, there's a body in the ice cream. Like, I don't know, like just come up with like kind of more crazy gags like that.
Oh, cool ice cream. like sitting in the street. Let's eat it.
And I feel like the whole, like they're just gathering people up and like putting them in these cotton candy cocoons to take back, you know, to their planet or whatever.
No, to drink them. I feel like to eat them.
I feel like that creates a scenario, that creates a situation where like we really don't see them kill. Like the movie's called Killer Klowns, and we don't really see them kill people in the same, like there should be more killing. Like the fact there should be more like punching people in the head falls off.
Yeah.
You know, pulling people apart, you know, we should like, there should be something where like we see the pie thrown and then just like we see the skin melting. I mean, I know like they probably had a very limited budget and there was only so much that they could do, but I feel like these are like all of these gags should have been, it would have been better if they were fully realized in some like even more outrageous and crazier.
Yeah, no, I mean, I absolutely agree. I thought for a while back, you know, before I got into, you know, making films, live action, I did a lot more like animation just on my own. Mm-hmm. And my idea was just to like make animated material until I could get a job doing it for someone, you know. That was just like, I didn't really have any plan other than just like get good at animation, make animation, put it out there and see what happened. And one of the things that I was going to do before I ended up like eventually getting a job, I was going to do like a animated sequel to Killer Klowns from Outer Space. That was like more, you know, kind of all the stuff that I was saying before, like the whole, like all the mythology that like I had come up with, you know, like just in my own head. Like I was going to just be like, okay, that's going to be real. That's all going to be like actually part of the story. And part of it, yeah, was like making it more like the whole thing was going to be like the Killer Klowns show up at like a school, and it's almost like a school shooter situation, but it's like the Killer Klowns. So it's like, they're in like a school with like lockers and stuff. And and there was going to be a lot, like, I mean, you still have to kind of keep it within the same framework. So they are using those fucking guns. I mean, the idea of like cocooning someone, like it cocoons them in this cotton candy. I mean, it looks like cotton candy, but it's really like sort of this like stomach that kind of digests them, like and it turns them into a liquid. And then later you see the fucking the fat clown go in, stick a straw in, and he drinks the Kool-Aid out of it. Like it turns you into just like a liquid.
I watched the movie with Susie, and she actually had a good idea, which I thought would have been better. Which is that they cocoon people, and then these people start like transforming inside the cocoon into like clown things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they that's sort of like how they create their, build up their
that's how they reproduce. Army. Yeah.
So I thought like that would have been more interesting if like you would see like, Royal Dano or, whoever else, the other people in the cast, like, turning into these killer clown characters, like start turning into clowns, in the same way that like, in the Living Dead movies, they turn into zombies.
I think that it would be like, I actually do like the idea of like the cocoons being like just a digestive sac. I think it would be cool if like, they maybe I don't know, like maybe someone gets a machine gun at some point and they try to shoot the killer clowns, but then they arc the gun in such a way that it shoots the cocoon, and then we just see the cocoon like open and spill out like a half digested person on the floor, like kind of like in Deep Rising. You remember that movie Deep Rising, where like the monster has been digesting this guy for like a little while, and then like they shoot it and then it spits it out, and then it ends up like going on the floor, and half the guy has been melted, and he's like insane, like all fucked up and insane, like that.
It's Deep Rising.
Okay, well, it also happens in Anaconda, where John Voight gets spit out and he's half digested.
I don't remember much about Anaconda.
Okay, well, I actually watched Anaconda relatively recently, and it's
the new one.
No, the
with Jack Black.
No, the old one, with J-Lo and fucking Ice Cube,
and
fucking
John Voight.
Owen Wilson, and that.
It's like a who's who. It's like the Love Boat.
Yeah.
And Charo and Jamie Farr and
yeah. Who else? There's
and Barbie Benton.
There's that girl who played the
Cheryl Teagues.
The gypsy, the hot gypsy in Thinner. She's in that movie in Anaconda. Do you remember Thinner?
Yeah. She was on that show Remote Control, and she's in the Stuart Gordon movie King of the Ants.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She shows her tits in that. Her bolt-on.
Kari Wurr.
That's exactly correct. Her name's Kari Wurr,
and she was in Beastmaster 2. Right?
Yes. I was actually looking at nude pictures of the girl from Deathstalker 2.
Okay. I don't think I've seen Deathstalker 2.
Monique Gabrielle. She's like the hot babe in Bachelor Party. Remember that like that really, really hot woman at the end of Bachelor Party?
I only remember the girl from the Whitesnake video. What's her face? She's Tawny Katane.
Yeah, well, this is a different woman. Her name's Monique Gabrielle.
So she's a black woman.
No, she's definitely. Actually, I think she might be like Latino. I think she's originally like a Gonzalez or something.
Oh, so she's gay.
So she likes to.
So she's a gay man.
She likes to. What did that guy say? That fucking guy. You like to lick sniz. Do you ever see that clip of that guy? Who's like on that talk? He's like being interviewed by like some lesbian. He's like, "Oh yeah, well you like to lick sniz." The lick sniz guy.
The lick sniz guy.
Yeah.
Is he like the Rizzler?
he's the
Snizzler.
The Snizzler, dude. Like he's just this like right wing guy who just. Why
are you gay?
Why are you gay? You are gay. No, they give him like a pickle jar to open, and he can't open it, and he's like, "There's just fucking grease on it." Like this guy.
What show is this? Titus? What is this?
Yeah, this is Christopher Titus's like later career, his sunset career. No, I'll send you the clip. This guy, the Ulick Sniz guy is fucking amazing. He's so funny. He's just this angry fucking, you know, I mean, he's the perfect kind of like red pilled, right wing lol cow, you know, but you know, whatever.
Lol cow.
Yeah. Like, he's fully a lol cow, whether he likes it or not.
I like using all the hip language for kids listening.
Oh, I use the term lol cow. It's a good descriptor. You know, I only use the word if it's useful.
Of course.
So yeah, I think, you know, nice try, Susie, but I don't like your idea as much as the idea in the film.
I like it. I think it's because, I mean, you're proposing this whole digestive thing that we don't really see much of. Like, okay, you stick a straw in the cocoon and you see like Kool-Aid go up into the crazy straw.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm not getting my money's worth.
Yeah. Well, it should be a thicker gauge straw and it should be chunkier going up, you know? That's the way it should be.
Yeah. I still feel like there's all these ways that they're coming up with these things that we're avoiding what we really want to see.
Yeah. Well, that's the frustrating thing about the movie. It really is admittedly frustrating in that regard. Another thing too is that they seem to because
I mean, sorry to interrupt, but I just feel like because I do think like the clown costumes like they're really well they're really well done. Costumes. Like the twitching and the blinking and the wet lips and mouths, like it's very well done. And you think like, well, let's bring some of this to the ingenuity, this technology into coming up with some like crazy gore gags. And they don't have to be like brutal, like Terrifier 2 level, but just sort of like real basic meat and potatoes gore gags, you know, like just like the punching the guy's head off. You know, like just more of that would have been very welcome.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. And again, like this is what I was saying. Like it's frustrating. The fact that the movie doesn't really go that way, and you want it to, you know, like you want it to be kind of on that level.
And also the my other complaint is, other than John Vernon and Royal Dano, most of the cast is pretty boring. Mm-hmm. And if they had stacked the cast with funnier people, you know, if there was a funnier script and funnier people in the movie, you know, this movie should be funnier than it is. And there's lots of opportunity for it to be funnier. You know, it should be like on the level of like Ernest Scared Stupid or something. But it really falls short. Like the two main guys, the cop and the old boyfriend and the new boyfriend, they're both kind of like the same guy. Like they're both kind of just like very just normal, stiff dudes, 80s dudes.
One guy's got blonde hair, one guy's got black hair.
Yeah, so like neither of them has any real strong personality. And then the girl too is like completely just boring.
Yeah.
Everybody in it is boring. And then the two ice cream kids are fucking not funny. They're pretty boring. So it's just like, okay, we need some fun, funny actors in here. I'm sure they could have, you know, prowled around the comedy clubs in LA and they probably could have found like funnier actors and shit to work on this movie. Would have been better.
Sam Kinison.
Yeah, like, or, you know, young
Christopher Titus.
Young Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. I actually disagree with you. I don't think that the problem with the movie is, I think that those flat characters actually works well for something like this. I think that the problem is not making it more funny. I think playing it straight and kind of flat works to highlight the clown stuff more. It's just the problem is that the clown stuff just isn't enough, you know? Like,
well, I mean, that's the problem. I mean, like, if somebody has to be funny. So but the thing is, like, if you're going to have two guys, like, because especially if you have this dynamic, you have cop boyfriend should be like the stiff. He's the stiff boyfriend. Like, you should have married me. I'm the reasonable one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm the, reliable, square jawed boyfriend that you can rely on to save the day. The new guy should have been kind of a little bit more like Bill Murray, sort of like, a wise guy, goof off. But he's pretty stiff himself.
Mm-hmm.
So like to kind of like balance, like have a balance there that would have, because they're like working together to fight the clowns. So you have to have like, this is the straight guy and this is like the, the sort of goofy guy, like working together to fight the evil. That's the dynamic you want. They are two fucking stiffs.
They are definitely very similar. Oh shit, you're getting so worked up there. You knocked one of your earphones out.
Yeah, my fucking earphones are popping out of my head. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, exactly. You're the 75% Italian in you, like, because you're gesturing so much, you're getting all hot under the collar.
The killer clowns.
Yeah, the killer clowns.
They're not making me laugh.
One of the things that they do that's sort of implied that I also think is kind of cool is they put Debbie in a balloon, and I think that they put then there's a mention they took my wife away in a balloon. Like they kill men and they kill like old ladies, but for young, supple, hot women, they keep them in balloons and take them back for later. Like they want to keep the women as like playthings or something. Like I think that's
because I had that question. I'm like, why did they keep her in a balloon? I wasn't like clear on why, like what the distinction was of like, oh, she's in a balloon, but everyone else gets to be put in cotton candy.
Yeah, I think that's the way that I took it. Like because there's a mention on the phone earlier. The guy goes like, they took my wife away in a balloon, and
okay.
So I think that the idea is that like they're, men they eat and women they keep alive for purposes later.
See, I would have that would have been something interesting to see.
This is why I want to expand on this thing. This is why I had all these dreams of expanding.
Well, that's why I feel like there's something here. There's ideas here.
I know.
They're just like poorly realized. They're just like barely realized, I should say.
Yeah.
And like, to see like like one of the clowns, like try to like,
finger Debbie,
make even just like kiss the girl, like, try to get romantic would have been fun.
You get to see those two.
We don't see that.
You get to see those clowns with grow boobs and have big balloon boobs inflate.
Yeah. But then like, you don't even see, like, then they cut away. And then like, that's like what this whole movie is just like, the whole movie is just totally like avoiding, like, how can we just tease you and then avoid showing you what you want to see?
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. It's quite frustrating.
They should just call this Blue Balls from Outer Space, because that's what this movie is. Just blue balls.
I like the remember when they slide
to actually see those two nerds like making out with the big titted like clowns.
Yeah, like motorboating it.
It would have been fucking funny, but you don't see anything.
That part where the part where they slide down the fireman's pole, and it's like, why'd you guys stop here? And they look down and there's like this weird monster at the bottom.
Right.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with that monster. Like, what the fuck? Like that thing? Like, because you see it for just a second and you're just like, what the fuck is that thing? Like how many more of those things do they have around? And like
the Rancor monster.
Yeah. So like, I mean, there's just all sorts of like little things that are throwaway. Like in the minds of the Chiodos, they're just throwing it away. Like, I don't know, there's a monster down there. Who cares? But
I think like I timed like the when the girl gets into the bathroom, like starts undressing, gets into the shower. We see the popcorn on the floor twitching. Mm-hmm. See the popcorn in the hamper, hamper's twitching. Like and then they keep cutting away to other scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So that like shower scene, and then like later, you know, she's showering, then she gets out of the shower. That whole shower scene, I think, lasts 30 minutes. Like it takes her 30 minutes to get undressed, get in the shower, come out of the shower, and then she gets attacked by the popcorn clown monsters.
Well, like when you cut back and forth, I don't know that it's like a linear, like if you set your stopwatch, that's how long it actually takes, you know? Like,
no, I'm just talking like that is something like, okay, I get you want to cut away and shit, but come on, man, speed it up. Let's get to the clown attack in the shower.
Let's get to the popcorn monsters. Let's get to that fucking that hand puppet coming out of the toilet bowl.
It's just like you gotta group it together a bit. You can't spread that scene out over 30 minutes.
That part,
it's fucking dumb.
Those things like actually getting a hold of someone and actually like eating them, like the critters, you know, like right. Actually eating someone, you know, like maybe they come into the house, someone's house, and then it's kind of like in the Lucio Fulci zombie movie when they come in and all the zombies are eating that guy on the ground. Remember, like it's that, but it's the killer clowns, the embryonic killer clowns, just like actually, there's a scene like that in fucking Critters 2, I think, where they just come in and the critters are just like have already eaten the sheriff, and there's barely anything left of him. He's almost like
I don't even remember.
Yeah, Critters 2 is, you know what, the level of violence in Critters 2 is where this needs to be. Like
right.
It's not even that much more. Just show a little bit more and be a little nastier.
Yeah, like there's certain things about like you know, whether it's Critters or Gremlins, like there's a level of gross out that you expect from this type of a film that you just don't get.
Mm-hmm. So there's like kind of this this sort of crescendo like at the end where they're running, you know. Another thing too that like I think is smart. We get really familiar with that fucking with that room with the 3 doors. First door is to the room full of the cocoons. The other door is that like weird, there's a little platform and there's like, and it just goes down to infinity and there's just like a weird electrical ball. Right. And then they go through those 2 doors, but there's one door that remains. And then at the end of the movie, they end up going through that 3rd door, and that 3rd door takes them on this, you know.
Yeah, it's like back rooms.
It's just like back rooms. So it takes them on this mad journey through the ship. And, you know, and there's all sorts of weird, wacky stuff like another door.
Just like in Backrooms.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It really is like Backrooms. And then they end up in that sort of staging area. And then there's like a platform, and then all the clowns come with like big cartoon clubs, and they fend them off for a little while. And then somehow the ice cream truck comes through, and the guy pretends to be like the king clown or something. And they all back off, and then Clownzilla shows up and throws and there's some, you know, I'd say fairly decent, like miniature and forced perspective stuff.
Well, I read that that was supposed to be all stop motion.
Yeah.
The Clownzilla, but I guess it didn't work out that way.
That the part where the Clownzilla goes and picks up the truck and throws it, like totally buy it, you know. There's not really a lot of, there's maybe just that one part where Dave is being held by the hand and he pops the nose with his badge. That part looks a little bit dodgy to me, but like that whole sequence is I think pretty well done in terms of like making that fucking thing look big. And then, you know, the fucking thing explodes and everything else. And then, you know, we see at the end, Debbie is back with the cop. He's like kind of like massaging her shoulders, and Mike's just kind of like, yeah, I'm okay with that. And then, do you think?
I thought like all 3 of them are like in a big group hug, like they're a throuple now.
They did sort of do that, like they all hug each other, and then they kind of like separate, and then Mike continues to sort of massage her shoulders. Do you? And think I also
read that the initial movie, the cop dies. The cop dies and the ice cream guys die.
Right.
Of course. But people they did like focus testing, and people wanted a happier ending, and so they brought the cop. They brought the cop back, and I'm sure that they then just brought the ice cream guys back, and we're like,
no one died. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, no one died. So it's just like keeps adding to the
disappointment.
This movie is like for babies or something.
Yeah. It's like
don't worry, everyone. No one's gonna get hurt.
That's actually kind of like how it's even phrased at the end. It's like you guys are alive. How are you guys alive? It's okay. We hid in the back with the ice cream. It's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So like it saved you from the fire. Like we saw the fucking van blow up. No, it's okay. We hid in the back with. They must have shot that little insert of them going into the back into the. I mean, it's not like the back of an ice cream truck is all a fridge. It's like it's it's so stupid.
Maybe they just they were in that movie, The Ice Cream Man. They just jumped into the fridge.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones in the fucking
the last fridge.
The last fridge, the Crystal Skull one where he hides from the nuclear bomb inside the fridge.
That one I did not see.
Yeah, I kind of did. Like I watched the beginning of it, but it's difficult to get through because there's just so much junk in that movie.
I have no interest.
Yeah, I mean, I was curious. I watched it. But it's not. It's something where your mind just wanders, and you're all of a sudden the movie's still playing, but you're just in another room in your house, and you're like, "What the hell happened? I'm doing something else now." Okay, interesting.
You're doing algebra in your head,
right? And then so. Anyways, do you think Debbie looks in the sky? Do you think it's over? Boom! Hit from the sky with pies that are not acid. They're just regular pies.
I wish somebody said that because I was confused.
Yeah.
I wish somebody oh, they're not acid, and then they would laugh. They all laugh.
Someone off to the side is just like someone off screen is just like, they're not acid. Or one of the Terenzi brothers, one of the ice cream brothers says that. These are good. Yum. I love pie.
I love licking pie off men's faces.
I love licking a man's pie. I love licking a man's stinky pie. So that's it. So we Killer Klowns from Outer Space. We did it. It only took us an hour and 27 minutes to talk about this piece of American cinema.
Well, I'm sure no other podcast has done this much of an in-depth examination of Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Mm-hmm. It almost took as long as the movie itself. Might as well just listen to this than watch the movie.
Yeah, they should just hire us to do film commentary.
Yeah. The powers that be. What do you give?
They them.
What do you give Killer Klowns from Outer Space in terms of a rating?
I'm going to give it a 2 eggplanter because I think that there was a certain amount of interesting and unique effort put into it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's not, and I feel like it's also just like, I think I missed the window where I would appreciate this. Like, I think if I had seen this when I was 10, in 1987, even though I was 17 then, but if I was 10 in 1987 and I saw this, I might like it.
Yeah.
But, so it's like, it's not for me. But I'm trying to look at it from the perspective. But I feel like there's better, if you're looking for this type of horror puppet comedy, there's better examples.
Such as?
Well, you mentioned Critters, Gremlins, Ghoulies.
I don't know about maybe Ghoulies too.
A gnome named Norm. I don't fucking know any of those.
Troll 1 and 2.
Oh, Troll 2. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
That's what I was going to say. You probably have read that Ernest Scared Stupid, all the trolls in that were actually just reconstituted killer clowns.
Yeah. Well, was it Ernest? Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, I did read that.
Except for the main one, the main troll with 2 noses. That was an original, sculpt. But all the other ones, all the accompanying trolls, were all just like old molds of Killer Klowns that they.
But I mean, like, Ernest Scared Stupid has the power of Jim Varney that this movie just does not have that type of energy.
Nah, I think I prefer Killer Klowns from Outer Space to Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Ernest Scared Stupid.
The power of Jim Varney. I give Killer Klowns from Outer Space. I came into this movie feeling like this is, for me, a 4. That's what I came in. This is what it's been a 4 my entire life. But if I'm actually forced to sit down and be critical of the film, I have to give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm giving it. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you're going to watch this movie, you know what you're going to get, and just put your expectations a little bit below that, and I think you'll be happy. Also, be sure to watch this before you reach puberty.
Yeah. You gotta make sure to watch this before you hit puberty,
and you'll love it.
Right? Yeah. Like, I mean, that you have to kind of, in terms of a recommendation. Recommendation always goes to obviously someone who's never seen it before, and if it's someone who's never seen it before, there's no way that this is more than a 3. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. That's the way the world works. That's the way the world turns. That's the way the globe spins. So that's it. That's the end of our show.
Perfect.
Okay. See you later, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.